Hello everyone, Pierce Nation here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be just going over some duels and watching some players online, seeing how they do. I do need to talk about the period of times that I've been, absent and whatnot. Um, I went to one regional the past 6 months. Did very poorly with it. I played Dracotel branded, and I just was not winning in situations where I should be able to win with the deck. The deck just is mediocre at best. Um, but I'm going to start doing more Yu-Gi-Oh content for 2026. I know we're the 5th day of the new year, and it's the first video I'm putting out, but we're looking at probably daily uploads. Just depends on time and everything that's going in and out of my life, but we should have a more frequent schedule. There will be a lot more Yu-Gi-Oh content. There will be a lot more involvement into Yu-Gi-Oh content. I will be going over, tech choices. I will be playing, streaming, hopefully on the weekends. This being Sunday, obviously there's not going to be a stream today. There's going to be, deck crafting, deck theories, what decks I think you should be playing, or just building a spicy deck, whatever that may be. And also, there will be more Gauntlet. Me and the guy who did it last time, Jordan, we do plan on doing a Gauntlet, the second one for the channel. We was gonna do it about three months ago, but stuff came up and we just never got to it. We will be grinding ladder in Omega, because we do want to try to be the best player that can be. So we'll be grinding ladder. This will be in place of what used to be the local videos I used to do, where I had all the people and we'd interact with them at locals. We can't do that anymore, for reasons, and those reasons are we're banned from the shop. We got banned for stupid reasons. I'm not going to go too far into detail on them, but basically, there's a bunch of bullshit, and we got banned for it. So we just play independently now, and we play Omega. I do have a shop that's like an hour and a half away that I can go to on Saturdays. I do sometimes. I don't do it a lot because of money for sake. So for me, Omega is just a lot cheaper. Now, if he gets a little more involved, we may get a bunch of buddies, go over, and then do live duels that way. It just all depends, But more specifically, I want I want to put out more Yu-Gi-Oh content, and I've been doing a pretty piss poor job of it. I'll be the first to say it, but yeah, we're gonna start doing more content. And thank you for all the ones that have come to the channel in the absence that I've been gone. I've been gone for I think somewhere around 2 to 3 months at a time each upload. So it will be more frequent uploads because we want to get the subscriber count up. First, we got to get our algorithm back up. We got to get a bunch of people viewing videos. Got to get them in the channel, and then we got to really help them out. So, because what we do on this channel depends on how players actually will be able to play in TCG and Genesis, and all those other formats. We're not going to get into the other formats because we're only focused on TCG and Genesis. I think Genesis is a great concept, and there are some hidden decks that are in Genesis that, if piloted by the right person, it is the best deck by far. We'll get into that later. What we're going to get into now, we're just going to watch some duels. We're going to chill, and you all can watch me do commentary on it, and you can look at the duels, and you can decide for yourself if what I say is at all accurate to the game state. Mainly, what I'm doing this for is one, we need content. We absolutely need content. We need more content. I need something that I can do, 2 or 3 times a week that is going to always have that content saved. So, doing Omega, trying to find the best players that are currently online to be able to watch their duels is probably the best way to go about it. So, because we don't want to watch, 2 amateurs on Omega dueling it out, because it's not very good, it's not very fun, and for content's sake, it's just horrible. Just like when you watch, DB Grinder, or some of these other people like Distant Carter. I'm not gonna get into that. And MBT, there is a complete lack of skill, and there is a lack of understanding of certain things in this game that do exist. And sometimes people bitch about that sort of aspect too much, which it is what it is. You can't stop it. It's just gonna happen. So, let's see who's on today. I might be able to find one just by scrolling. But we're gonna see just who we can find. There are certain ones that are on Omega that are really good. Even if they're low ranked, I know they will put up a good duel. We don't have any of those on actually. Let me see. Let's see what I can find. That click this, and then I'll go to leaderboards. So Rom Helios. Let's see if I saw one that was online. Which you may not be able to. This is typically the time that most of these people are on. Because there's a high level in Omega, but you've gotta find them, you guys know. Now let me see. Refresh this first. Should be able to find one. So if you've never used a leaderboard in Omega, all you gotta do is now click your icon, and then you can scroll through tournaments this way. If you click this icon right here, you will not be able to find it. This is how it is. I wish they had a filter to where you could like sort to the top, or like it would have like the rating here. Actually it does look like it does have the rating. This 1662. That might be the best one on. These ones are really low rank. Jesus Christ, dude, that's not even fair. Guys, way better. Yeah. So it looks like the best one on right now is a Zombie Slayer. So let's see. We'll just watch it together. Real bang, he's probably gonna do it on double imprint. Yeah, that's smart. That was pretty good. Yep. Well, let's find another one. We'll do this one. These guys are really close. I don't know if y'all ever spectate people, but I do it all the time. Because it helps you get like an understanding of the meta without actually having like a locals. Where you can just sit and watch people duel, and you don't have to have, like dueling books shoved down your throat. trying to navigate that. This is Heck of Hands Chimera. No, this is gonna be a good duel. This is looks like Fiendsmith Bestial. What should be Fiendsmith Bestial? Which is actually a really good matchup against this. I wouldn't put back the Necron, that's not a smart idea. I really wouldn't have done that. It makes sense for like a drawing aspect of it, like if you're for sure you can get there. But like you don't want to put back Necrom and then instantly can foolish it and get back into the Fiendsmith stuff. Which I'm not sure what happened with that in the first turn. Maybe he got hit with like Fua or something? I don't think he did he? Oh, he did double Fua. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. What did he do? Just Fua? Just Fua, yeah. Here's the thing I don't understand. Is Fua in Chimera doesn't make a lot of sense. She probably didn't use the Fua, he probably discarded it for the Nightmare Apprentice. I had to assume. Like I said, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. It's not really that great at the end of the day. Yeah, it's a bestial Fiendsmith file. Banish the Magma. Too bad you used your game. Oh, that's not right. I wouldn't have done that. I don't think making guarding Chimera Heroes is the right idea. I think you would just made the other fusion and got like the bullish, the Balbec would have targeted it, banished it anyway. Which is fine, but you just want to have like that extra card, and then you would have been able to get the Necron back. Because he's gonna basically try to do full Fiendsmith combo here. Everyone in the room should know this right here is an Emperor. 100%. Basically, what he's gonna try to do here, should be doing, he should be trying to make those, which hindsight is correct. No, it's the Heck of Hands strat. That makes it worse. Now that was smart. I like that. But the thing is with this is he has Fiendsmith and Grave. I know y'all can't see my cursor. I've been trying to fix that, I just can't fix it. But he's got the engraver in the graveyard, and he's got, you know, this. So he can just equip it, and then he can use Fiendsmith's Track to fusion summon. Apparently he's not going to do that, unless he's got another fiend he wants to use. I don't believe he does. He does. This guy's playing for what? I was probably doing it for the light fiend little monster. It's an interesting little pile he's got here. I mean, we're here for it. I don't really know why he's playing the Typhoon card. There it is. Okay, I would not have blinked off this. This card will simply just exist. Just for all intents and purposes. Add one light monster, beast, plant, fairy. Unless he doesn't have any of those. Well, you don't have the field spell, doesn't it? So this card is actually just a 3300 defense position beat stick they put in an attack mode. if he does that or not. I guess that doesn't matter. He's still getting to the line that I talked about. And then he made a belt. For what? What are you bound for? You're gonna do that, you're gonna burn. That doesn't matter. You're gonna bow back. I just don't know why he made a bow. It doesn't make any sense. Because you don't have, now you don't have the level 1 Fiendsmith, so even if you are running, Paradox, Fiendsmith and Paradox, you cannot do anything with it because you don't have any of the links. It literally has none of them. Gonna add Drift for him, that's fine, you don't regain it, also it doesn't do anything. Yeah, this Chimera guy's just gonna run all over him now. He's gonna go Mirror Sword Knight. Does he have Sword Knight? I think he's got Gazelle, right? Yeah, he's going for Gazelle. So you Gazelle for total. Unless if he's one. Yeah. What do you come here Fusion Grave? That's in this play. But actually no, he doesn't control any of the fusion symbol. That's right. He's probably gonna go for the Prison Graver, I'd say. Doesn't matter, he's got another one. As long as they have one engraved in the token, it doesn't matter. It's a mute point. I really don't understand. I'm gonna drill and get some of the Hecka hands. Space card. Use card quickly. Yes. Add a Heckahands card from deck or graveyard to hand. So you can bell that too. The Heckahands deck is a very beautiful archetype. I'm just kind of mad that the cards don't do more. With the new supports that announced, makes it a lot better. And for people laughing at this version of the deck, this is a very good deck. This is one that I worked on to build, because again I have a buddy, if I've never mentioned it in a video, that actually plays Chimera. I'm not a big Chimera fan, I don't like the cards, I think they're just fucking weird. But they are very good together, especially with Fiendsmith, because basically we got into an argument a while ago where he said, well, there's no point in playing these cards because Fiendsmith does so much for Chimera, which is true. But the Heckahands also, will jump on top of what it's already doing, and it will make the ceiling 10 times higher, which it does. You'll see it. He's gonna run out of gas. Let me see here. How the hell did we get here? I just noticed the lack of bubbles on the field, and it was not there. Unfortunately, this card's not gonna do it. I'll be the first to tell you that however he got back into this, which I think he specialed it from Grave with one of the Heckahands effects, I don't remember but I don't believe he did. I was not paying attention when it hit. So, but basically, what's gonna happen here is if he does raise, which, yeah, he. I don't know why that's still there. That's just confusing as hell. It's one of those things that just happens when I make up from time to time, so it's not like it's not a big deal. But yeah, he's just gonna run right over top of it. Because if he even attempts Paradise, he's literally just gonna chain come here if you didn't do it. Get through here. Get through here, and it's not gonna matter. Because whatever you target with Desiree doesn't matter. Favorite future. Watch. Like, okay, you wanna send my Desiree? That's fine. Get my future. Come on, man. There it is. Then effect. Now he has gone through the line. Pretty good. That's pretty good. But more specifically, from here, he's got it, like the lockdown. He is not beating this. What is the neck wrong? Didn't he already? Wait. Not once per turn, right? Yeah, not once per turn. Come on. I know why he did it. Oh, I lost my gun. But didn't do that. Probably did. So, hey, crochet. Smart. Get this all the way so we can see the game. Things gonna make it happen really fast. So the neck round for the adjusted goal. And what basically has to happen now is he's gotta find a way. So realistically, he just needs to add back Chimera Fusion. That's all he needs to do. He needs to add back Chimera Fusion, activate it, make the guy that attacks a million times. Didn't need to do that. Does they even have Mirror Sword Knight in rotation? What is this guy doing? I'm so confused. He has turned a board where he can literally win the game and is like taking the most obscene route. And they're both fucking doing it. His opponent, on the other hand, probably not. He probably couldn't. He probably couldn't manifest because the deck's probably built in a particular way to get to the Bestial and the Fiends and stuff, which is fun. One thing I have not seen on the board, which is very concerning, I've not seen Chaos Angel. The second thing I haven't seen is Mirror Sword Knight or Curdle. That's concerning because you should have those in rotation because you have got to have Mirror Sword Knight in rotation, and then it just disvalued the Driscoll automatically. It's just been like, okay, I get it. But apparently we're gonna make this, subpar board. I don't know why we did this. Yeah, you can attack directly because he has speed. I didn't think that was necessary. Oh, he avowed, that's right. He avowed to get back to the lockdown. I know what he did now. He's gonna bow. Bow someone's from graveyard specifically. It does. So like you bow now for probably, I don't know. You're gonna negate that? It's not doing anything. Yeah, but say just skipped it. Okay, it's over. I knew it was over last time. Man, some of these games are just crazy. Oh, it's available. Which all these are typically an hour long, but yeah, we'll just watch into this bill and we'll call it there. Like I said, we're gonna do a bunch of content, so it's not gonna matter. You will see my face a lot more, so whether you like me or you don't, that's too bad. But more specifically, I want to quickly in this video, we're all sitting here watching this game, talk about scooping. Do you scoop? Do you not scoop? Do you think that there are scenarios where you might be able to pull it out? For me, I will tell you, like, first and foremost, I scoop sometimes. Not all the time. I typically try to win out games. I'll probably show one of the games that I did on Omega yesterday. I just played one game yesterday, and I was like, I'll try out this new deck, see if I like it. It's pretty good. So, the deck is White Forest. I'm a big Snake Eye fan, as people know on this channel. At first, I did not like the deck, but it was the best deck, and for me, it seemed like the only thing that you could really, play at the time. Besides Forces, Wolf, and Brandon, and I'm not playing those. So I ended up playing Snake Eye. I'm a big Snake Eye fan, so I really like White Force. Basically, I was staring at like spell cancel, full Chris Strong Canine board, and I broke it with one Estella, with 5 spells in it. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy what a Subverter can do. But I'll show that video later. Well, not in this video, but so he's also playing Primite with it. I've noticed, which makes sense why he's playing the Roar. The Roar is probably a one-of that he can insert. Or, but even if you win game 2, you just auto lose game 3 against Chimera. It doesn't matter, you can't even activate Epidemic Virus. Unless if he's got Roar. He just said a card he can't activate. Well, he's got 3 other sets. He's got 2 other sets. So you're gonna drill beam that. That's hilarious. What's it gonna do? Really, what is like we're gonna do? Are you gonna do some Paradise? Whatever you Paradise, you're just gonna have to send what's ever on the board immediately. Can you use an engraver with that too? Where the hell did the engraver come from? I pull up logs, I will see. I use logs all the time, by the way. The logs will show you any time a card's been activated, and the effect and how it resolves. So, if you're ever confused on a ruling in this game and it doesn't make sense, go by the logs. Just click the middle right there and it'll pull up the logs. There's a room code, you can get a room code anytime you're in a duel and to any room that's not private. So, and if you're in private with somebody and you click on room code, it will pop up. But people on the outside cannot see that. I don't feel like that needs to be explained, but some people don't know how to navigate Omega. Which, to be fair, when I first started playing Omega and really tried to learn it after, my days on Ygo Pro, because there's a million videos where I did Ygo Pro, and then Omega came out, and I went straight to Omega, and I swear by it to this day. It is the best dueling simulator. Period. There's none better. There's not. There is not another one that is like Omega. Nexus is trash. Dueling Book is just toxic garbage. I mean, I get it if people want to do manual because they can't comprehend how to play cards in real life, but if you play Omega and you understand how cards resolve, it's the same thing in real life. Because if you're winning games, your brain's doing it, not your shiny cards. So, like I said, that's my little rant on that. I've been in plenty of groups to where that is the main point of I don't want to play Omega because it's automatic. You can set it to manual, God sakes. It will tell you when a card is triggered over in a quick effect meets condition, because that's how the game's designed. I literally cannot state that any more clearly. But yeah, Omega by far the best. There's not one better. Please tell me you added that Chimera Fusion. Well, that was dumb. Ladies and gentlemen, don't do that. That's not smart. So we're just gonna watch a little bit. You want to see? Do you want to see the difference? If someone who's ranked 2000, somebody's rated at a 100, I have to show you. You will see there is a massive skill gap. I don't know what the other guy is playing. They don't have any cards revealed. Looks like to me he's on some sort of trap deck. But basically he's facing what I assume to be Yummy Mimigal. It could just be pure Mimigal, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, when we enter duels, we cannot see what we're rating for. So, we need him to actually activate a card. To actually do something. Is that Mimigal? Huh. This is, the, Temple of Kings deck. Prophecies. No, I will not call it by the name they gave it in the YCS. I will not ever call it by that. Thought that was the dumbest name, and I gave it to him. I wanted him to say it. That's how bad it is. The two keys. Jack and Hand Dungeon. Notice the back row is not flipped yet. Mimigal is double ripple bird? That's crazy, man. Now, if he enters battle and gets fucking the rumor cannon, I'm gonna laugh. That's gonna be the funniest thing. And here's the thing I don't understand. Why didn't they give Mimigal an Exist monster when they can make fusion and have it with a flip effect? That would have made more sense. And just have the ability that you could like inherently summon the fusion monster by flipping two Mimigals face down. Just saying. That's a mess. Like I said, Yu-Gi-Oh can do better. They can, but they're not doing it. It's like Directel. That is a failure of a deck that could be good. That's almost impulse. This is Yummy Mimical. 100%. I'm real interested to see if this is something else, and I'm just unconfident to recognize it, but that looks like to me. Alright, man, you're about to do something. I hate when they do that. Such an odd card. This is kind of interesting. I don't think Mimigal is a very good deck. I'm just gonna tell you this right now. But if someone enjoys the deck, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna hate on them for it. Because I don't think the deck is very good. I don't think the options for it are very good. I think Yummy Mimigal is neat. I don't think it's, very good to that. Man, it's taking them forever to decide. By the way, if you took this long to play against me in real life, I will call a judge. I will say that right now. Because they're both slow. And I understand you don't want to make a mistake, but so easy. I will tell you this right now. Ranked is not a place where you learn. rank is you walk into rank like you're walking into a regional. I will just tell you that. You do not come into rank with like local level status. You need to like go offline, learn your deck. They have casual spots on there to learn your deck. You don't need to come to rank with, you know, not being able to play your deck very well. Because obviously that's what's going on here. Now, the Mimigold player, I think he's just thinking like abnormally long, but like the new timer settings that's in here, which are fantastic by the way, will kill you. Don't tell me you're gonna try to go for that Ripple Bird. Apparently. And now you just lose. The Ripple Bird was the only thing keeping Dragon above 3K. That's what I'm saying. You're better off not to kill it and leave pipe on. I think these cards are pretty neat. For 2 reasons. One, they have a flip effect. And the second one, they have an actual effect. Which, kind of cool. This motherfucker is playing 3 Ripple Birds. Like, I never use Ripple Bird, so I'm gonna read the card. Because I know they all get 500, which with the Typhon on field didn't make sense. All monsters you control are in attack position, they gain 500. All monsters you control in defense position, your opponent cannot declare an attack. Okay, so basically, if you have one defense position, your opponent can't declare an attack. If you deal with problem A. Kinda neat, doesn't really do anything. I guess it's the good rank 1. But you could just play Literalist. Nightingale. I mean, you could just do that, or you know, you can play, you know, Pucho. Pucho is like a 9 better card, becomes unaffected and can't be destroyed by battle. Damn good card. Also, that reminds me, I need to build Drytron for you all. A modern version of Drytron. I think everybody would like rather enjoy that because you can play Dominus cards. Didn't know if you knew that or not. They play Dominus cards. They play Purge. They play Purge too. Drytron pretty good. You're thinking like the modern era, like you have to play like 15 hand traps. And you just like cut down on some cards. Like one card you definitely cut down on, like for like Drytron's sake, is it's probably Thubbin and Audubon. Because like they really don't do anything, you want to search them anyway. In old Drytron you want to max out because you wanted to have as many cards as possible. But if you're gonna play Drytron with new 2, you really don't need all those ritual monsters. So. But there's basically one card that you would want to play. And the only reason for that is it's literally just a gate for itself, and that is Cyber Angel Benton. Because if you play 3 Benton and you tribute them with the Drytron card effects, I need to summon Dragon's Gate. Fuck. Once per turn, you can exist summon Dragon Gate by using one rank 3 or lower monster you control. Transfer materials cannot be used for material you can exist summon the turn. Exist summon once per turn, you can activate this effect for the turn. This card can attack all monsters you cannot control once each. Also detach any materials from the card, and if you do, it gains 1,000 from each card type, monster, spell, and trap attached. And if it does, any monsters your opponent currently controls lose that much attack. Hope you got all that. Pretty good card. Too bad it can't run over anything that's in front of it right now. Should have kept the Ripper Bird. If you had Ripper Bird, you'd have been able to clear the whole entire board. And this might be like Mimigo to Engager, something like that. I'm just gonna state this right now. This card is ass. This card is so bad. Never play that card. So bad. I was just somebody was Cypher in the deck, I just laughed. Because although you cannot negate its effects, it doesn't do a whole lot. But right now, it being 2600 attack wall, man, you gotta deal with those level 6s. You're gonna get cooked. And that's the card you gotta stop. If that card resolves, it's over. GG. Nice knowing you. Yeah, the draw one's really the only thing you're gonna do with. We can figure out that direct on there. Which we probably will. We'll just do it for channel's sake. The only thing Drytron really suffers against is like Malice. Malice is a big problem. But even more so, like Yummy is kind of a big problem. That and Joel. If we get hit with Joel, it's kind of game over. If we get hit with like Fua or, you know, Corellia, I guess. Or like, you could always get Nova, Summon. There's a million ways to Nova. Nova can also get to the guy, the shortcut guy, which I believe is gonna be a 2 of in the deck that I play. A 2 of or 3 of. I'm undecided on it. I'm undecided on all the Drytron names. New 2 is gonna be a 3 of. We're just not gonna be playing other rituals. So, I know some people play Mitsurugi with Drytron, but like, there. He made that pretty good. Yeah, so if you've never seen this card in your life, that's what it does. It has a once per turn during either player's turn. Monster effect is activated on your opponent's side of the field and detach one of the gate's effects. You didn't know it existed? There it is. And it does exist. It is a weird card. Serpent, defense of the temple, which means he's going to make fusion. It's kind of crazy. Good Lord of the Heavenly Prison? What is this guy? I don't know, but we're here for it. Oh, interesting. good as simple as King's deck is, it's most of their deck lacks an identity, and it does, because their fusions almost have no place. They have like no combo phase. They do not have good longevity into a game because they will fall off very quickly. They are hard to get into. So mainly you have to survive on the main deck traps, because that's literally your game plan. You need to read the Ygo. Read. This is gonna be the longest game one I've ever seen in my life. I mean, we're in turn 6 in 2026, by the way. If you thought people didn't make it to turn 6 in 2025, they do in 2026 apparently. Nice, yes. So just to be fully clear, if you face these guys at regional and you're a mediocre player, at best, you know, you watch a few Imco 40 videos, you watch a few Piston Code videos, you watch a little bit of MVP, and your favorite, you know, YouTubers like Jesse Cotton or Pack, you're not losing to either of these guys. I'll tell you that right now. Because they are literally using artifacts at the first sign. Because I wanted to know there's his name. He's gonna activate it, and he's gonna negate it with stupid dude. Watch. It's coming. Told you. Have to do that. He had that game. So let me tell you all he had to do. The only thing he had to do was go battle, swing into that dumbass, and then make the increase. He did not have to do that. It's true we didn't know what the other backward trap was, but it wouldn't matter. It is the longest game one I've seen in my life. That was a 24-minute game one. That was long as hell. Like I said, I'm here for it. And you just imagine how that game started. I wanted you to think about that. Because the first thing I said was, he's not activating the back row. Which I knew. I knew he's the appropriate guy. From the word go was a seasoned veteran. She is. Very obviously. He's gonna start the same way. Now he knows what he's on. He definitely side deck Lightning Storm easily match. 100%. So whatever he sets up, he's just gonna run right through it. Now you say, well, you know, evenly match doesn't really do anything because it exposes him to your field. That's true, but he's prepared for it. I'm telling you this right now. He's just gonna, Mimical guy's gonna set up. He's gonna have all these nice things. He's gonna activate a few effects, and then he's just gonna break his fucking board. There's like almost no chance. No chance he loses. Not the slightest. It should just be like a complete dismantling of his board and an OTK for him. The best thing to side deck against this deck is Purulia. Purulia is 100% the best thing you can do. I will say, I used to do this in Puppet. Whenever you can do that, bro. Rusted for Jack in the hand. What's he gonna send? He's gonna send, he's not going for it. My guess is he's gonna try to resolve it twice before he gets a turn. That's what I was saying. He definitely side decks some shit. That's not a main deck card for him. One deck I do want to try because I have a friend of mine who won the Columbus region, Ygo Omega, and I want to give it a try and see like how well I can do with the deck in general. Omega's a good way to test for regional if you've never used it for that. It's really good for it because you see a bunch of random ass decks. And once you get to the top ladder, you will see the best decks, and you will see the best pilots of those decks. That's why I say you need to climb ladder, and you need to continuously climb the ladder, because the ladder will try to push you to someone with the highest rank to you. So it's what you need to be looking forward to. I'll also show you player count for the new ones trying to play this. I'm gonna play Omega. I will have to pull up the window for it, so you'll have to give me a minute once we get through with this duel. I'll do all that. I'll kind of explain numbers to you and everything. So if you want to build a deck for an event, and you want to know like what's the best use my deck, I can check. Realistically, I'm just gonna be like for real right now. Called it. This game's over. I told you. Did I not? He's definitely sided an evenly match. I told you. Okay. A lot faster of a game. So obviously, nice skill. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a big difference in skill. Now you can say, "Oh, I just activated him in the match." The dude started in very close to it. Like, let's not kid ourselves. And he knew the deck. Sometimes there's a skill inside decking, not just in playing your cards, playing your combo, having a skillful deck. Sometimes you just have skill inside decking, and that skill is I know what to side deck against certain strategies. But I told you what was gonna happen, and exactly what I said happened. So I don't know what that is. On my neck, whatever it was. I don't know. I think it's just water under the surface. Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. For a second there, I thought I was bleeding. And I was like, I'm about to go to the hospital. And in this video, no, we're good. There's just a little. I'm a welder, so I burn myself from time to time, and it felt like something was there, and I put my fingernail under it, and it came off, and I thought I was bleeding. I would have went to the hospital. Anyway, let's pull up. So when you click your name, and I will have to add in the window cap. Okay. This, me transform the special screen, and then I'll have to put my video capture over top of that one. We'll do it this way next time. It will already be set, so you can see all my stats. This is how I perform. This is how much time I've spent on the game. As you can see, I played 15 minutes. I have won 5 out of 7 games. I played, different decks. The worst deck that I played with is Drakatel. Drakatel lost to Killer King. So, I played, it's just simple squirrels, that's White Forest. So that's White Forest, and I played 2 games with Yomi just because I was like, I want to see if Yomi is something I was interested in, and with 2-0 with it, I could probably, if the ban list hinders, if I play Yami, I could more than likely top a region. More than likely. Depending on what to do with my rookie cards, depends on if I can win a region. As I do better with a deck that has a higher ceiling, people can talk about the self-report cards. They're not as good as Mr. Ruby. It's not as good as Pure Yummy by far. So wouldn't do that, but just for sake here. So this is the menu that you will be pulled up with when you click on your icon. So now, as you see my icon, you see my stats, you see I played no Genesis, but it's a deck that I keep telling you all about in Genesis, and that is Manadium. You heard me talk earlier about, decks just being completely underrated, and nobody plays them, and there's hardly any good pilots of them. I'm someone who built a Manadium deck specifically for Genesis that has the highest ceiling in all of Genesis format. Manadium is no joke in Genesis. It has all of its cards, no points on any of its cards. So even if you wanted to play 3 Called by the Grave, which I do, you can do that. The deck's just free. You probably want to do it now. It just depends on how many people's playing Joel. Joel's the only card you're going to lose to Manadium. You don't care about Nib because you're just going to make Crystal win. So, my point blank is that I don't lose to Manadium. So, and if you all want to see the deck list of it in the modern Genesis format, let me know. Put it on the channel, I'll show you all the combos. I know it all. I have all the cards IRL because I bought them. The deck is just insane. And has a really good going second game. So with that being said, let's get into what you all will be seeing the most, which is the leaderboard. So this is the leaderboard. You can see everybody's points. You can see their win percentage. You can see how many games they won, how many games they lost. And you can see how many games they played in total. Got to add that part. So you go scrolling down to this list, and you'll see the number drastically drops. But the highest rank 100 is 2002, which is just enough to get into the master rank. So, as you can see, there is a leaderboard. So it's, you know, it's whatever. There has also been added a Genesis leaderboard. So if you want to play Genesis, it is the main format you want to be focused on, because you don't like the advanced format, or the auto format, whatever the hell you want to call it. So it's actually called the advanced format, because that's what it is. Then you can play this, and there are people that have played Genesis. Now, it is not as popular, it is really hard to queue matches, but it does have its own ring system, which is fantastic. We've been waiting for this for a long time. Not really a long time, it's like a few months. As you can see, there are people that are ranked on here, and you will see that there are very popular people that have switched to Omega. I should be able to show you, because he should be like one of the top ranked dudes. He should be on here. No, he was on here. He may have fell off, because he does like Master Duel and everything else. But he was on here. Where is it? Whatever that is. He may have fell off. And he's new to Omega, so if you didn't know, he was not on Omega before the Genesis was announced. But yeah, he's not on here anymore. It was Jesse Cotton. Jesse Cotton was on here. He was in like the top 20. But he's not anymore. Oh, shit. So back to this. So this right here is your statistics page. So what this tells you is it has all the stats. So it has logins. It will tell you the percentage of people that are in each rank and the amount of people that are in each rank. So so as you see, that these are the logins from daily logins to weekly logins to monthly logins. For a non-licensed game, 5,400 in a month, monthly average, is kind of crazy. The most logins are typically always on Monday, because people go to the weekend, they come back to Monday, and then it's time to grind again. So then you have this, which these are your statistics of players by rank. You should have almost nobody in Iron, because I don't think we use it anymore. But this is how many you have that are not ranked. These are people that play the game. And they just don't play ranked. But you have bronze, which is your majority. I am currently in silver because I played 2 games, but I've won them both. You have gold, which is again a majority of players. Platinum, majority of players. Diamond is where things start to like veer off. And you have less than 500 there. Master, you have less than 200, and in Omega, you have only 101 players, which is 0.03%. So if you're in Omega, you are literally the best players in this game. There was no question. What are the best players in this game? Hands down. Like, you cannot. There's no argument. It's just over. That's it. You're in Omega, you're the best. Period. So, I've been in Omega 4 times. I was back when I played Snake Eye. I grinded the shit out of this game. I played Snake Eye, I think last year I was in Omega. So this right here, this gives you your splits. So if you watch a YCS and you don't like the number that's given to you, come to Omega. Omega shows the data for the splits and has the data for the win percentages of these decks. So even though in the CCG it looks like, you know, Yummy may not be the best deck and Dragon Tail's taken over, this data says otherwise. This data says, no, it's not true. That's not accurate. This is what's really happening. So, as you see, Yummy is a 23.4%, which is the most played deck. Second to that is K9. Mainly pure K9, but there's a 27% split, which is Bank Assault, and there's also more. Apparently I can't look at it. I'll click to explore options. There you go. So, you can see, everyone's playing Venus. You know what I mean? Back to front. But yeah, you can get all your splits by doing that. It'll show you everything. The mouse is 14.1%, Jefferson's 12.5. You got other, Matsuruga 6.3, Team Keeper 4.7, Radiant Typhoon 3.1, and Orcus 3.1. The most popular deck on here by far is Yummy. So. And here you go. This is your top 3 decks. So there's Orcus Brandon, there is Malice, and there is Malice Aggressor. And they do actually have 1% on it. I would not call this deck. It does not have enough data. I think this is a new, maybe a new variant, I don't know. But definitely would not do that. But as you can see, there's a lot of different variants. So this is your Dogmatica Regenesis, which is 60%. By far is not the best version of Regenesis, I will tell you. No, I just want to see if they have it on here anymore. Because they have Orcus Castira, which is not really Castira. I'm not going to talk about that. But yeah, you can see they have a bunch of decks. Most of these decks don't even like interest me in the slightest. One that does interest me, that's literally not on here, is DDD. It's literally not on this. I don't know if people just don't play it or what the hell's going on with that, but yeah. So yeah, they will have 1% of this. And then I'll show you the best cards to play. So if you're ever curious where I get these statistics from, they're right here. You can look at them, you can see them for yourself. These are the cards that win games. Period. SP is one of the deciding factors that wins games. Called by the great. They won. Talent. They won. And they win games. Cannot make this up. As you see, these cards are the deciding factors. Herald is slightly above Mirror Jade. Branding Fusion is slightly above Herald. These cards decide games. These statistics are not fake. They are real. They are by the data that is produced inside of Omega. So, these are real things. Now, if you're trying to build a side deck and you want to know what should I side for this format, it tells you. It tells you what to side. It tells you what cards are gonna win games. The number 1 card in the side is Droll. It's Droll Nocturne. Next to that, it's Feather Duster, Corellia, Lightning Storm, Evenly Max, Meows, Dark Luna Moore, and a 1 of Solemn Judgment. Which I was at 3 before, so that's probably why. even though as a one-up, it's still winning games. Lancey is at 11 because hardly ever sees play now. So yeah, that's just a rundown of all that. So if you ever want statistics, they're here. You can do the draw calculator. They have a community decks tab now, where if you're wanting to see what decks or be made or played by people on Omega, you can find it here. I'm not going to go too far into detail, but as you say, there are decks to play. Now, this is going to be one of the issues that I was talking about in the actual Discord yesterday, and I'm going to go ahead and just reveal the data here, just so like people understand and the devs understand, which they should. They should see my post and talk accordingly on it, and just be like, hey, people want this, let's do this. Let's not do this. Even if they give us one tournament on the weekend, cool. If they give us a time on Saturday and Sunday to where like it's at midnight on them, or they're at like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm cool with it. That's fine. But here's the thing, okay? If you want a tournament and you're like, I want to play locals, but I don't have a locals, that's fine. Because you have this. So this is the brackets. This is basically the tournament system. It's basically locals. Sometimes they're a little huge, so it's like a mini regional, but it's fine. It's totally fine. That doesn't happen a lot, I would say. But there were some days where the tournaments were hot. But you will have your table set up where you can see where everybody is. You can also see their tiebreakers and their rating. So we've had two people that were 5-0, which is fine. So you go to deck list, you can see exactly what they were playing, and their exact sides. Much like you could if someone topped the regional and then they had the deck list uploaded and whatnot. So you can see all the data, and you basically, I think this one's top 8. It is top 8, yeah. So you can see what they were playing. That's kind of spicy, I'm not gonna lie. K9 cash, that's kind of nice. I wouldn't have played the Apophios strap, but it's probably playing, yeah, yes. But that's actually kind of spicy. I kind of get down with that. But yeah. It's not bad. I might actually look into that one. That one actually looks good. Wouldn't play that, but we'll get into that later. You need a crab. Get out of here. I don't even want Dracotel. Dracotel's just a deck that I just cannot fathom. Anyway, yeah, you can see I didn't want a specific player. You should be able to see all the players. Actually, I just had it. Hit table. As you can see, like all the players that attended this. So if you have like friends in it and whatnot, you can see your friends. Or if you're searching for specific players. They have this thing for live tournaments, which are typically the most recent. And the most recent was Edison, which is, I'm going to show you how many people attended this. You ready? 4. There were 4 people that attended this tournament. You wanna go to past tournaments? 4 players, 4 players, 5 players, 5 players, 7 players, 5 players, 24 players, 9 players, 9 players, 8 players, 18 players, 14 players, 14 players, 5 players. I think that one was at like 9 a.m. in the morning. 11 players, 12 players, 14 players, 21 players, 11 players, 11 players. Anyway, to my closing argument here, they need to cut the Edison tournaments from Omega. Literally no one is playing them. They are not interesting. They are just 4 players. They're literally playing, 3-round tournaments. It's not interesting nor engaging. And for players that play Genesis or play the TCG in advanced format, they're not playing these tournaments. They really need to take these tournaments off, and they need to put the TCG player or Genesis tournaments up. It needs to be something engaging that people can do on the weekend. Now, some people have locals, some don't. Most people that play this app, they don't have locals. And some people don't have locals close, so they use Omega. So, I get that people do have locals, and that's fine. But there needs to be like a testing ground for people that don't. So devs, if you could please give us TCG or Genesis. Fantastic. You all have done a fantastic job with Omega. All of its stuff. It's great. I use it daily. But it does need to be updated. So yeah. That's literally the only complaint I have with Omega. Everything else is, great. They have PDF deck list. You can enter a code for your deck list, whatnot. And then they have the Konami converters, or like tournament decks. So you can basically, turn off your deck list and whatnot. So it's kind of nice. And yeah, you can see everything that it has. But yeah, there you go. That is, that's how you use this. So, with that, we'll go back to normal Omega. And, I'll close out the video. As you see, I don't have a deck. I actually just had to reinstall Omega because it would not work with OBS. And so I lost all my deck lists. So I gotta remake all my deck lists. I'll do them, probably tomorrow. I'll probably come on here with a deck list, and I'll show you all some combos and stuff like that, and I'll talk about the decks that I make each day, which I'm probably going to be going over the new decks and learning how to play them. The first one we're going to go over is Evelyn's. Evelyn's is crazy. We'll go over that later. I will also be going over decks that the reasons that they are banned and need to be banned. We'll go over those too. We will start going over decks that are banned and deserve to be banned for obvious reasons. And we'll probably do that video Thursday. I might do it on Fridays. We will think of what the category is going to be called, and I'll make a playlist for it. But basically, it'll probably be called Deserve to Stay Banned, and we'll go over those decks, and they will have deck lists. The first one I'm going to go over is Cash Tira, and I'll show you. But I will have the deck list completely drawn out for it, and I will show you why that deck needs to be banned, and I will show you why cards are banned for a reason. So, without further ado, it's a long time I got for today. I'm happy to make this video today. Hopefully, we can do more in the future. But I'm signing off here on Peace Nation, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace Nation, out.